Hey, this is Georg7 and this is going to be a video on how to use your own custom overlay. Now for starters, you're going to need to have designed your own overlays separately from Livestream Production Manager, something other than what's already included by default in the application. And let's say it's design-wise, complete, but it still looks like this. You can't resize this and the score, and you can't connect to the WebSocket yet. I'm going to show you how to put this properly in the Livestream Production Manager's folders and how to connect to the WebSocket so you can update the overlay, so you can resize whenever possible or whenever required. So let's say you've made your overlay in this folder separately from Livestream Production Managers, and this is the one that you're gonna want to use. So how do I import this into Livestream Production Manager? Alright, what you need to do is you need to go to Fighting Games, Smash Brothers, and then the Ultimate folder. If this is a Smash Brothers Ultimate singles singles overlay, then you need to select the singles folder. Okay, so you're gonna want to replace the contents of this singles folder, and before you do that, you might wanna Control C and paste somewhere else to back up what is already included by default, so you can put that back whenever you want. But the basic idea is you delete everything, and then you copy whatever it is that you want to include. Then you add a JSON folder. Okay, so now it's all in the right position. So you don't need to exactly use the folder structure for your player backgrounds and your tournament sponsors and box backgrounds. You don't need to do that precisely the same as the default overlays, as long as it works. So you want to be able to connect to the WebSocket, resize whenever possible, update the overlay whenever needed. So how do you do that? It's actually very simple since the latest updates. What you need to do is, once you have put the overlay files in the right folder, what you need to do is add these script tags in the head tag with these exact same sources. So going 2 folders back and then to the JavaScript folder, and then selecting these 4 files. And then what you need for JavaScript is actually very little. I've commented it out here. I'm going to put an uncommented version right here. And this is basically enough to completely initialize the WebSocket connection and being able to update and everything. So the parameters, they are very specific. Here's what they are. So the selector needs to be the class, or possibly the IDs of the elements that you want to be able to resize and that you want sized when you start, sized appropriately when you start an overlay. And then the minimum size is the minimum font size that you want the text to be, and the maximum font size that you want this particular element to be. And then multi-line, usually you want that false, so that it keeps all the text in one line. And so I've done the same for player score here. That needs to be a little bit smaller in the overlay. And that is actually everything that you need to do in order to get it all working. So let's see if refresh cache. Let's see if it all worked. All right, that looks promising. The resizing is done completely by itself. Now I'm going to get this here, and I'm going to switch, and then I'm going to submit. And there we go, the overlay was properly updated and everything. So that is basically how you use your own custom overlay, how to properly import it and make use of it and start streaming with it. So thank you for watching. Hope to be able to do other tutorials if you have any questions.